Graduation season, and we're gearing up for more and more kids getting out of school here in the next few days. So Garrett, what can we expect weather-wise as we're heading here into summer?
Well, we're going to be looking at thunderstorms and some slightly cooler temps here over the next few days. However, we are going to be looking at the potential for a little bit of flooding here over the next, I'd say, 24 to 36 hours. Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar right now. Still seeing a few spotty showers, an isolated thunderstorm here or there, a few lightning strikes up towards Salt Lake City, just to the east of the city, right along the mountain range. However, a look to the east shows that we're seeing a couple isolated showers and an isolated thunderstorm just to the east of Price and north of Hanksville. And then we can see towards the western part of the state, there are a few thunder showers out that way as well, a few lightning strikes. But to the south, towards Washington County and Kane County and south of there, well, a couple light little showers just on the other side of the state line. But we are going to be looking at thunderstorm chances really ramping up by the time we get to tomorrow. Now, these storms not going to be moving very fast, and that is going to cause a little bit of a risk for flooding, especially in low-lying areas and areas that are normally prone to flooding. So take a look at this. 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, maybe a couple isolated showers, thunderstorms up towards I-15, up towards Tooele County. However, we are going to be looking at those, like I said, slowly moving, then widespread thunderstorms developing towards lunchtime, if not 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is going to take part in basically the entire state. And so I'd say if you don't see a shower immediately, just wait a little bit. You might see one here in an hour or two. At least that's what the Futurecast is showing. It shows by 5 o'clock more showers and thunderstorms. Then we fast forward to 8 o'clock. Still a couple lingering around, but they're really starting to dissipate and fall apart once again. Then by midnight, we clear up and we start to rinse and repeat. But by Tuesday, things are starting to look a little bit more scattered compared to what the computer model was showing earlier. So we might be seeing enough moisture in the area that we could see maybe a little bit more widespread rain chances by the time we get to Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday as well. So here's a look at the storm threat for tomorrow. We're going to be looking at just a general risk for thunderstorms. Wouldn't surprise me if the Storm Prediction Center maybe went with a marginal risk, maybe just to our west. However, as of right now, I really think that we're mainly going to just be looking at thunderstorms. Severe weather really not anticipated at the present time, but maybe some small hail, frequent lightning, and gusty winds can't be ruled out. Then for Tuesday, more of the same, just a general risk for thunderstorms. However, by the time we get to tomorrow, we are going to be looking at a marginal risk for excessive rainfall, which, like I talked about earlier, could just be that risk of flooding in low-lying areas as well as flood-prone areas. And that being said, well, since the southern part of the state is included in this, we are going to be looking at flash flood potential for some of the more popular hikes. Look out over the ABC4 studio. We can see cloudy skies. Same goes for Moab. However, temperatures all across the state are starting to cool down, and we're looking at temperatures overnight in the 40s and 50s. St. George in the low 60s. Highs tomorrow in the 70s and the 60s, but St. George and Moab going to be in the 80s. For the Wasatch Front, high 74 degrees, 75 Tuesday, 77 Wednesday. Then for St. George, going to be looking at temperatures in the low 80s tomorrow, but back to the 90s by the time we get to Thursday. Back to you, Sarah.